I'm live. Hey Nyla, I saw your comment from like 5 days ago. Dang. Hi Annalie. I'm here first. Okay. Welcome in. Um, so I have a mic that I've had for obviously a little bit, as you all can see here. Hey, sorry I haven't been here for a while. I haven't been doing good at all. We understand, Ominix. If you need to take breaks, and stuff, you don't have to say sorry, man. Like, we totally understand. Like, you need to take a break, you need to take a break. I also have to take breaks. I had to take a break. I forcefully had to take a break from live streaming here because I was busy doing some things, obviously trying to make my room a vibe. Um Finally set up my LEDs completely. So we've got everything set up. My boyfriend's brother's mad at me and he's making a diss track on me. Interesting? The heck is this? So weird. There's like a weird like little glow. I'm not sure. But hey, you got a mic now? Yeah, I do. I'm gonna use this for when you when y'all need to hear me. So like, cause honestly, like this mic is actually better quality than just the normal built-in mic that I have in this computer. And this is not even my computer actually. I'm just using it. My mom's letting me use it, because she doesn't really need to use it because she can't. She's stuck doing teaching and working and stuff. So, hey Zoe. Hi guys. I've missed y'all so much. I haven't been on in a good minute. That's so for real. Anyways, I'll be RB. Yeah, I know. Well, how am I? Honestly, I'm been doing okay. Um, Honestly, not the best. Um, and I don't want to get into why because honestly, it's very, very personal for me. So I can't say why. So yeah. But other than that, I've been doing fine. I've been doing good. I thank you all for being here. Um, I'm sorry I haven't been on in like almost a week. Um, I had to I had to do some things. I had to like clean up, especially this room, and the other rooms in a process of being cleaned and for me to completely move out. And yeah, so yeah. Um, I wanted to say I'm working on my music. I'm not sure how like laggy this is gonna be, so we'll just know that this is probably gonna run on hopes and prayers. This computer's absolutely trash, but let me share. Um, I'm working on my 4 a.m. EP, so this is something that I'm actually very very happy to show. So I couldn't join too low. I was lifeguarding and wanted to join that night, but you were on. I'm so sorry. Think some jealous he had a crush. Okay. Or he has a crush. Oh gosh. We try. That's good. I'm glad you all are doing okay and y'all are trying your best. That's all I can say is, try your best. We're not perfect. We can't do what we want to, uh perfectly because what we want to do is not something that that will get done. Not everything's gonna be completely finished, not everything's gonna be perfect in this life, so yeah, and I'm not jealous. Oh gosh. Anyways, um, I wanted to get into a story time because honestly, I wanted to do a thing where now I hop onto these and give y'all story times when I can. And I'm thinking about starting up another YouTube channel or something. I don't even know. Maybe I might do it on this channel. I might do vlogs where I might just sit in front of a camera and just tell y'all crazy story times that I've had. And yeah, I gotta go watch my anime romance. I might be back later. Love you guys. All right. Yeah. So yeah, I've got I've got a story time. Um, and this is probably gonna be like one of the most embarrassing stories y'all will ever hear from me. Maybe a second channel, maybe. If not, I might do it just on here and post some vlogs where I might do some funny things. Um, and it's gonna be funny. So, all right. I'm not sure, whatnot, but I honestly don't care how many people are here. All right, all right. So this story takes place back when I was 13 years old, and it was the first time I've ever gotten, faded, I should say. And you all are gonna actually find this video actually. You're gonna find this time actually pretty funny back in your day. Mind you, this was like 4 years ago. Okay, so like this was like 3 years ago. Okay, I was like 13. I was like 12, 13 years old, by the way. And thank you, Zoe, and thank you, Nyla, for being here. I love y'all. By the way, y'all are awesome. Y'all are amazing. Anyways, let's get straight. So I remember one night. It was a weekend, and it was like Friday. It was a Friday night. Me and my friends, we had homework to do, but we were just like, let's just wait till like fucking Monday just to get this shit done and just to ask our parents like could we go spend the night. So I did. And thankfully my mom said yes, but she said like, "Hey, like if you're going to be home tomorrow, you got to be back no later than like 10 a.m." And I was like, "Okay." So we hot so I hopped into so basically I was just waiting there getting packed. I text my friend up. He was like, "Yeah, what's up?" And I was like, "So like what are we going to be doing at the sleepover cuz usually like people have been saying like, "Hey, like you've been doing like this dude's crazy. Like you're never going to believe it, but I just got fucking faded and he goes crazy." Now at the time like I honestly didn't care. I just was curious myself and really didn't care like I wasn't peer pressured and I actually just wanted to be bro. And so basically we get to like this I go inside his house, right? Because his mom's the goat. Like there's like 3 of us. There's 3 of us. Now, this is like one of my ex-friend's mom. The only reason why I say ex-friend is because at the time I didn't have a phone and he moved away after this year. So I was kind of sad, but you're sitting down and that's when he pulls out a fucking joint. Bro, I was like, "Whoa, what the hell are we doing?" Cuz like we're sitting there on his it's like in his room, there's like a corner. There's like a corner in the room where has like a it has a couch, and this couch, this is, like, where he hides stuff under it, and as he, like, reaches out and he pulls out, like, this airlocked, like, container, he's holding it by 2 hands, holding it up basically to our faces, me and my brother's face, and my friend was just not surprised. He was like, "Okay, whatever, man." Like, it was a normal Friday. To me, I've never done this stuff before, by the way. Um He ended up setting that aside for the other friend because the other guy just doesn't really like hitting the bong, and I was like, okay. Um, so we sat down. Well, we were still sitting down. My bad. I keep doing that, but we were sat down, and that's when he like leaves the TV on. We're just sitting there. Pulls out. He's closing the door. Opening the window, and his mom doesn't really care. But the only problem that we have was that in the town is that it's basically near like it's a small little neighborhood. It's a small little neighborhood. And basically on the in this small little neighborhood, there's a house like right over like two houses down. That's that's like a cop's house. And the neighbor's house is like a very clear way, and his window's literally facing towards both those backyards in the backyard. So we're kinda just sitting there, right? And that's when, like, we're hitting it, we're trying to make sure we're not getting caught, you know? Bro, I started coughing so loud because mind you, it's like 3 in the morning. He's like, "Dude." I know. Um, so my friend's like, "Dude, like, shut up. Shut the fuck up. You're making too much noise." And, like because his mom's trying to sleep, and she doesn't really care, but all she really ever cares about is that we just quiet down, you know? We're quieting down, and I'm kidding you not, I'm doing his voice spot on 'cause he literally sounds like that. He's like, "Dude, stop. You're making too much noise." Um, Whenever he screams, that's what he sounds like. At least that's what he sounds like to everybody, but to him, he's just like, "No, I don't sound like that." Um, so I'm coughing way too much. He's he's telling me to stop. Like he's scream whispering. His other friend's just sitting there on the couch, obliterated, just staring at the screen like this. He's like just staring. And I'm just like I could feel him, bro. Dude, stop! You're making too much noise. Um, Now, there was a couple of times at night where, like, me and the boys, we were making a bunch of noise, and, his mom comes in, and she almost sounds like him, just more like it's it's a less thicker accent or whatever he's got going on, and she sounds like she's been doing, cigarettes for, like, 20 years. It sounds like an accent, like 'cause he's going, "Dude, stop, you're making too much noise." That's literally what he sounds like. He's got, like, some sort of, like, type of accent whenever he gets mad. It just comes out whenever he's mad and stuff, like, whenever you, like, actually make him mad or if he gets, like, way too happy about something, he almost sounds British, but, um, he isn't. Uh He's just he's just a goofy little dude who's got, like, some sorta, like, almost, like, concoction of, like, British accent and, like, Hawaiian stoner accent, like, surfer dudes who also sound like stoners. Yeah, that's what he sounds like. He's got that type of, like, stereotypical, like, accent right there. He's going, "Dude, stop," you know? "Alright, dude," like that type of accent is funny. Um, but she sounds I can't do her voice because it's so like, it's funny, but it's like Think of, like, that one old lady in the wheelchair who looks like an intestine from, like, SpongeBob, like, the one where it's like, "Oh, I hate chocolate. Chocolate. I hate chocolate." She almost sounds like that, but, like 40 years younger. She's like, "Chocolate, chocolate." Or something like that. I can't do it entirely. Yeah, almost like that, but it's really funny. I don't know why. But, um, I'm coughing. And the whole time he's like, "Dude, stop, like, and be careful about, like, being out in the window, like, we're literally facing towards a cop," and I was like, "Dude, why did you tell me that in the first place?" It's like "Dude, I don't know." He was like, "Dude, I don't know. Maybe mostly because of the time, like, I'm just usually, like, doing it myself." I was just laughing. Um, and so, like, oh my gosh, like, we were like, I was scared, like, I was scared shitless because we were making too much noise, and the window was open, so we were afraid, like, either, like, any of the neighbors were gonna wake up, you know, um, and, while we were while we were trying to, like, chillax, my friend's like, "Dude, you look so gone right now, dude. I haven't even like, I barely hit anything. You look gone, bro. Like, here's some chips." I'm just like, "Okay." And I can barely, mind you, my eyes were probably, I looked like I was probably stoned out of my mind, probably more stoned than Mount Everest, bro, at that point, bro. Like, it was crazy, bro. But yeah, so we're so we're all 3 sitting there on the couch. My main man, we'll call him Obliterated because he literally is obliterated. Like, he's glued to the screen. He looks like he can't even move. My other guy, um, he doesn't really get he was gone too, but, like, he had a higher tolerance since, or I should say he's just been doing it for a while, and he hasn't taken a tea break, so he hasn't let that, like, climb down. "Sophia, hi," and "Hi, sis." Sorry, I didn't notice y'all's comments. But, um, we're sitting there just watching some random YouTube videos. My main man, who's obliterated, is just staring at the screen. He's just gone. Like, he has like, he just mm, he looks vaporized, okay? He looks like he's going through Yodi land, sitting there, Not walking, just sitting through Yodi land, bro. Just sitting there in Yodi land, bro. That's how I felt, you know? That's how I felt a little bit, but Ali Ali hit the BONG, like, 2 times, and he's like, "Dude, you're gone. Holy dude." Um, but my other guy who, like, invited us, um, he was he was gone, but he could function more than any of us. So while I'm sitting there staring at the posters that he has on his walls, he's got a Tupac poster, he's got quite a bit, the posters anyways. Nah, he off the planet. Bro, he wasn't even in the universe at that point. Both of you were. Bro, I'm telling you, bro, I don't even know what we took, bro. We either took a mixture of indica and sativa, or we took sativa and DMT because I was sitting there going through, like, Yodi land and the Shadow Realm, like, in between Yodi land and the Shadow Realm for, like, 3 hours. My stomach was hurting. I was on the floor eating nothing but chips, but, like, my stomach was hurting and I almost threw up. And by the way, like, as soon as I felt a little bit better, I was still a little bit baked. I was baked like a potato. And, that's when, like, I started, like, laughing. The munchies, but fatal munchies, bro. Dude, I was going through fatality at that point. Fatality. My other 2 homies were literally listening to Baby Shark, bro. I was sitting there like, "What the where the fuck am I, bro?" Like, am I like, "Is this what, like, greening out is?" Like, I've heard of it, but, like, I've never been to like, for, like, the next, like, hour, which felt like 5 years, laying on that floor not actually 5 years, it probably felt more like 8 hours. Yeah, "Who am I? Who are you? Where are we?" type of situation, except for it was more of like a, "What is this body, and why am I in it, bro?" Like, couldn't I just have my brain and all of its strands and bones just leave it, walk off? I have 11:30 tomorrow. Wait, what? What, Sophia? Anyways, but yeah, we were literally sitting there. My Yeah, am I real? For real. And, we were l I was looking over at my homeboys who were literally watching and dancing to Baby Shark. Like, for, like, one moment, they'd be dancing, and then another, they'd just forget why they were dancing, and they would just stare at the screen for a second and then go back to dancing. I don't even know what the hell happened. I was like and I don't even know how I could even remember any of it because, like, to be honest, like, it was just I was literally, like I was going through some, what is it, I was going through it, bro. I was going through it, bro. I was in the Shadow Realm. I was in between the Shadow Realm and Yodi Land, bro. And that was not a good concoction. Being on the floor, looking at my homeboys, listening and watching and dancing to Baby Shark while I'm just laying there eating chips, my stomach's hurting, and I'm just thinking in loops, bro. I'm just like, "Can I just walk out of here and just, like, go do something fun?" Like, my friends just dancing here, like, I really don't even have to be here. I could literally get up out of this body. Wait, body? Dang, I could really walk up out of this body. That's literally what my thought process was like, bro. And so, like, a few hours later, I felt like dehydrated SpongeBob because, like, my eyes weren't, like, that dry, but my lips were chapped because I kept on licking them. I kept on going and then just laying there, bro. Well, eating, bro. It was the chips were stale. I was tired. It was like 1 in the morning. My best friends were literally, like, being loud. When my friend's mom walked in, she was like, "Keep it down. Hey, are you okay? Hey, keep it down." And then she'd go back to sleep, bro. My friends would be like, "Yeah, he's okay. He's just a little bit, baked." And then she's like, "Oh, yeah, I know how that is. You'll be okay, buddy." And then she'd go back to sleep, bro. After a few hours, I got up off the floor. I started laughing really loud. So when she went back to the room, and then she was like, "Keep it down. I'm trying to sleep." "Alright, thank you." She'd go to sleep, and then we finally were quieting down. We didn't go to sleep till, like, 3 in the morning, and I didn't wake up till, like, 8 PM, and then when I woke up at, like, 8 PM, it was like I was like, "Oh shit, I'm about to be late." So I got out, got dressed, by the way, my brain wasn't even functioning, bro. My brain was so how do I put this? Like, my brain was so empty, bro. My brain in the morning was so empty because, like, you know how, like, when you first start doing it, like, the morning after, your brain is just so empty. You're just sitting there like, yeah, that was me, bro. That was literally me. I could not think for the life of me. All I could do was function, bro. All I could do was just be like a caveman and be like, me put on shorts, me go outside, me it's literally my thought process was basically at the time, except for it wasn't because I wasn't even thinking. Like my mind was so clear, I was just functioning. My body was just basically making me move, bro. And you probably think like, "Oh, he must have still been no, because, like, I'm telling you, bro, like, I could not feel it. All I could feel, though, was my brain literally kind of basically hurting, but just not, like, hurting where it's, like, physically hurting. It was, like, hurting because, like, my mental capacity was like, "Bro, where am I, bro? Like, where am I? What am I supposed to do?" You know? Why do I feel like this, bro? That's when we finally, like when my friend was like, "Okay, okay, you're gonna be okay, bro." The next morning, I still smelled because by the way, like, we were wearing our clothes, and he recommended me to take off my shirt, but I was like, "No, I'm too fucking cold for this." But he ended up like, the next morning, he ended up grabbing his cologne, and sprayed quite a few spots on me, and he took and here's the part that I didn't like, he took his Axe body spray and started spraying, bro. I'm telling you, I was like, "Dude, are you kidding me, bro?" And he was like, "Yeah, I know it smells bad, but it was the only thing I could afford at the time." And I was like, "Dude, you should have bought Old Spice at that point." Um, and I put on my deodorant, he gave me eye drops, and then uh, he gave me, chewing gum. He gave me, spearmint, which actually is pretty funny because I actually have spearmint here. Or actually, no, it's spearmint. It's the extra spearmint. Which I really like this brand. I actually love mint gum because it honestly really tastes good. I'm gonna chew on it because I feel disgusting after dinner. And I already brushed my teeth, but I still feel disgusting. But after that, my brain basically just gone, fried, done for like the next 5 hours. 5 hours. It was 8 a.m. 9 until like 2 p.m. basically. Um, was basically gone. I had to be back home by 10, by the way. So I was afraid that, like, whatnot, because here's the funny part was we didn't actually just do it once. We did it twice in the morning. We actually did it twice. Once at night and then one in the morning because, well, I was like, dude, can we just get one for the road? And he's like, yeah, sure, here you go. So we do. My microphone died. My fucking mic died. Like, damn. But anyways, as as we walked back, like as I walked to my mom's car later, um, she was like, "Did you have fun?" And I was like, "Yep, let's just drive home." She's like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yep, I'm just really, really tired." Because if you've seen Chains for Real, you would know that the secret to she believed it immediately because I was tired because we were staying up all night. But exactly, I love Chains for Real as well. Him and Billy for Real are funny, bro. Him and Billy. And another one is and Odd Ones Out and It's CBD Bros. Another one of my favorite. Odd Ones Out was the original Chains for Real, but still both are goaded. I wouldn't have it either way, bro. Like I wouldn't have it either way, you know. I wouldn't wanna have just one or the other, you know. I want both. I would want both. Odd Ones Out is the best. He's the goated. Love all my animators for real. For real. And we put that. Sing change his last name, you know, for real. For real. But anyways, so I head home. I go to bed. I took a shower after, changed my clothes, and immediately sunk deep into the bed. And honestly, it was really good. But also, after I got out of bed, I was still a little bit baked because we actually kind of did quite a bit. And afterwards, my brain was kind of fried. Went to bed, and that's kind of like my entire weekend. My first time ever getting, you know, zooted. So yeah. One of my most embarrassing moments actually out of that was the fact that we all started we played a game randomly, bro. Like, you know, zooted is a word. For real. It literally got its definition. You're not wrong. Oh, shut up, stupid computer. I don't care if you're dying. You got a charger. I'll plug you in a minute. No wonder. Yeah. But we were. We were literally, you know. Yeah, that was literally us. It was literally us. But to describe us, bro, I miss this. You want to know what I miss? Y'all. I don't care about the live streams. I care about y'all. If I were to have met y'all on a different platform, I wouldn't have cared. I would have stayed on that platform and, you know, took care of it, you know. Eagle. Not playing. The bald eagle means freedom. We're not free, by the way. Oh my gosh, it's a bald eagle. Caw. Caw. Reminds me of that one meme of like Tyler the Creator where he's like, I'm an eagle. No, you're not. Yeah. And he does the opens his mouth and edits the screech and then yeah. What a good time to be alive. I love Tyler the Creator. He's such a funny dude. He was such a funny dude. But yeah. And thank you, Nyla, for checking in on us. Sorry for not saying anything. tomorrow's Friday. I think I might be getting some stuff from um my plug tomorrow. So yeah. But yeah, Tyler the Goat and and I'm like, how's your day, Red? Now we making fun of my stutter, okay? No, I'm playing, bro. I don't care if you make fun of my stutter. I couldn't give two shits, but um honestly, it was very good. I went over to one of my friends' houses and we watched oh god. This is gonna be like I'm gonna be the only reason why I'm laughing was because there were certain parts of it that were funny. Like there were certain parts of it. I'm not saying like it's a very funny topic, but oh, you're making fun of your own stutter. Oh, okay. But me and my friend we watched so like we I helped him clean his house. But afterwards, oh god, we watched the EDP documentary, and then we also watched some Star Wars battles. But I showed him the EDP documentary, and it was like, oh god, it's bad, bro. Like EDP is such a horrible person, and you know anybody like him, like I really think they need to get either help or they need to be locked up or they need to be killed because like if they're if it's like that bad on a scale of like what they do, you know, then I think they should get, but there's like levels to this, you know what I'm saying? So, but the the part that really got me really got me to laugh was when EDP got a girlfriend and then it said she refuses to have she refuses to sleep with him. I dead ass laughed. I was like, bro, he looks so defeat. She's smiling, and then the text across the screen just makes it so much better, bro. I'm just like, bro. Oh, bro. Oh, this shit makes me tear up, bro. But anything else, like, bro, he does need to be locked up. But anyways, we watched Star Wars document. Oh, we didn't watch Star Wars documentary. We watched Star Wars type of battles. We watched Darth Maul absolutely aura farming fighting Darth Vader, which Darth Vader obviously, more than him, basically beat him. But we saw him battle Inquisitors. I really love Star Wars now because like Star Wars is such like whoa. I didn't know like lore could get that great, like that insanely good. But Darth Maul fighting, really an awesome dude. Um, I did some homeschooling today where I wrote in journals. Because my mom and my grandma they're starting up a new like homeschooling thing where like I'm writing in journals where I like basically I have my first one is obviously like English journaling, like 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 the last 2 days, like the first day was um what song lyrics speak to you like what is your favorite music genre? And wait, no, that was in my music notebook. My question was fuck, I can't even remember it. Homeschool kid alert over. Exactly. Over. But yeah, I'm learning journaling. So like I'm writing down about like I'm writing about different like questions that they give me like for my journaling. So it could be like, hey, how was your day? Or like if you could choose this or specific things though, you know. Second is my music notebook. Now, these two notebooks I have to write in every single day because the journaling is important, and so is the music journaling. Dog is barking. Um, and my first day was like, "What's your favorite music genre?" Um, and why? And the second adding on to that question was like, pick some lyrics from a favorite song of yours. And I did that. I used I wrote in and I just said like, hey, my favorite music genres are like plug and beat, indie rap, uh trap metal type of things like that. Um and because like they bring so much to the table, like indie rap is like, not just one thing, but it's like, it's a category of genres. Um and the second question for that was like, you know, um a second question was write some lyrics that, or no, the second one was just like write some lyrics that speak to you. And I use what does your love look like, Ren's verse. Um, specifically, um, flash forward 5 years later, sitting in the passenger seat with my dad's car with my maker. My dad looked shaken, turned to face him. The words that he spoke cut throat like razor. He said, Ren, sometimes love can be complicated, navigating a world that we created and I've made mistakes and I will love you daily. And just like that, it's just me, my mom, and my sis. The stress left mom disabled for a bit. So those lyrics kind of speak to me. Oh yeah, of course. Onyx, go ahead. Of course, like you can vent to me. Like I honestly like, like you're good, bro. Like I'm here for basically like I'm trying to be here for as many of my friends and stuff. But later though, of course. Of course. Always staying up all night, basically. I've been staying up all night for like the last like while. Yeah. My sleep schedule's fucked up. I mean, I'm gonna be busy, but like doesn't mean I'm not gonna be staying up all night. I will stay up all night no matter how busy I am, bro. I haven't slept in a week and a half, no sleep schedule. So sleep schedule's messed up, yeah. But yeah. Um and but yeah, the only other things I really have to do for homeschooling is just um two like two main notebooks like every day. And the other three is just like pick one for the day, like math, another for um government, and another for I can't remember the other one. I think it's like geography or history slash social studies or whatever. And that's just about it. Other than that, I have like a website I have to go on sometimes, and then I've got small little other projects. But yeah, yeah. But yeah, so my day was okay. I just have homeschooling now, basically every Monday through Friday. Every Tuesday I also have like a thing, but yeah. So yeah, you said you haven't slept in a week and a half. I haven't slept in I think a week as well. If not, it could have been a little bit more, but less than you. But yeah. So yeah, I'm kind of glad that I told that one story because it's really funny. I really think more people need to like hear more stories like that because they're really funny. So yeah, I hate sleeping too. Yeah, I hate sleeping only because I get anxiety from it. And I read a thing earlier that said like Gen Z millennials are getting are getting anxiety from sleep uh because like doing nothing uh is a waste potential of their life. Basically type of thing. So yeah. It was hilarious. Yeah. I have a lot of embarrassing moments from that night because like when we slept, I wasn't on the couch. I wasn't even on a chair. I was on the floor, covered in because like he didn't have blankets. He didn't really have blankets. Like he only had one in his room, and like all the other blankets were like dirty. So like they're put in like the washer. It's because they had just like basically moved out. Like not even like 2 weeks. Like not even like 2 weeks of their old house, and they're trying to make everything like more clean, accessible, and trying to change and doing everything. It was really funny. But I was basically just sleeping like under my backpack, trying to stay warm while on like this like warm like concrete floor that he has for his room. And that was before they had replaced like carpet in it before moving out again, like a year later. And they didn't stay in that house for very long because like I can't even remember. I think it was because they had like a better life somewhere else to go to. So yeah, I can't. I couldn't stay in contact with him because I didn't have a phone, but he did. Um, but what was really funny about this was that while basically being in that under that backpack and trying to sleep was that the other two fell asleep watching some sort of like funny ass cartoon that I've never heard about, nor do I remember it, but it is really funny. When I woke up, we were watching Rick and Morty. I got a new ring because, like, the other day I went to a state fair with one of my boyfriends and I bought this really cool ass ring. It was very expensive for a ring, though. It was like, I think this was like 25 to like $35. Cause, like, holy shit, bro. It's good quality ring material as well, actually. It's just as good as my other one. I hate just existing, but I'm glad you're doing a bit better. Thank you. I'm I'll be completely honest with you later as well. So these two are very similar uh ring materials. Just the only difference is that this one has like this nice little like red glowy thingies that are like obviously like either like glued or nice. I don't even know what material that is, but it just like it's a very nice material. It's not plastic, you know. It's not typically plastic, I don't think, but it's really nice. Um, yeah, it is so pretty. Yeah, I know, right? That's literally why I bought it because it looks really nice. Plus, it's like red, so you know how to buy it. Holy, ooh. So yeah, the state fair was actually kind of nice because while I was while we were walking around, we bought funnel cake. Actually, no, we didn't buy funnel cakes. We bought fried Oreos. We were there, I think, from like the morning to like the very late evening because it was like the very morning. Like I knew it was like I think the earliest I woke up was like 6 or 5 in the morning, and it was like 7 when I left. Um, it was like I remember it was like 12:30 a.m. when I came back. So I was there for a long ass while. Sad part was I didn't even sleep. I've never actually tested this ring to be on this hand actually before. I wonder if I can take it off easier. I can. It feels nicer on this finger actually than this one. I got different like rings and stuff, like this snake one, which was like $3. Very cheap material. Um, very cheap material. Yeah, but it's really nice. I still like it. Too bad my other like snake rings heads like fell off. So you have this one that's like head fell off, but you still got the tail. I haven't been able to sleep because I don't know. For real. I don't know. What is sleep? What is sleep, good sire? It actually kind of feels nice on the ring fingers. Hold up. I kind of like that. I wonder what would happen if I just shake it off. Hold up. Can I shake it off? Yeah, but it takes like a bunch of tries. You'd literally have to like you'd have to you'd have to like lift me up like Murray from like Sly Cooper, the hippo. Lift me up like a guard and like start shaking the ring off me like he's like shaking the coins out of the back pockets of the guards, bro. Bro, I want your drip. Thank you. My drip is not really drip. It's just I don't know. I did wear like a nice little like vest that I have in my closet. Hold up. I wore like a vest. Struggles, but very nice. I really like it. It's very nice. Um, also have like an old brace around here that one of my boyfriends gave to me. Um, Not sure I missed it though. Could literally be anywhere. Forgot to put my speaker back up here. I wish you could see that I'm a person too. This one of my friends said it was cringe earlier. I didn't even give a shit. I was just like, bro, shut your bitch ass up. I was like, shut your bitch ass up, bro. Like, you don't even know the first thing about fashion, bro. Like, you don't even know the first thing about like what to wear, bro. I don't even want to hear you talking, bro. Dead ass. Oh, damn it. My my chains are all tangled up together. Like, bruh. No. I haven't had this happen to me before in a while. I'm gonna have to like untangle this all, but yeah. I'm literally gonna have to like. Oh my lord, have mercy. There we go, finally. Okay. This one is at least untangled other than my stone. necklace being tangled. How does this even happen when like they weren't even like connected to each other, bro? Yeah, it's okay. But yeah. What I wear is not drip. What I wear is just what I wear, bro. I just think it's cool. If I think it's cool and I just throw it on, I just rock with it, bro. Fuck what everyone else thinks, bro. People want to say my shit's, cringy, fucking corny or whatever. All right, bro. That's what you think, bro. Whatever helps you sleep at night, bro. You know? Me personally, I love my shit, bro. But whatever other people think, you do you, bro. I think that's what everybody needs to understand is like, hey, fashion ain't everything, bro. Fashion, fucking, you know, weird. Yeah. This is my favorite. This is my favorite chain right here because Thanos cross. Too bad this Thanos cross is actually broken because the magnets are broken. So I literally cannot wear this right now. I'm probably gonna have to order a new one or buy a new one because this was actually pretty cheap. But it's really cool. I'm dead. No. Like by cartoon logic, you are alive or whatever. I don't even fucking know. No, but juice. What's that mean, bro? Hell yeah. These chains are pretty awesome, pretty lit. I think they're certified bangers. But yet again, that's just what I think, you know. Not everyone agrees, you know. But that's mostly because, you know, a lot of people are, you know, fucking retarded sometimes. No offense, but sometimes us humans can be a little retarded. I don't fucking know. But looks and everything just, you know, don't even have to matter. Did Peter Piper pick his pepper? I want apple juice. That would be good right now, wouldn't it? I want some grape juice. But I also want some water as well. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go get some water. If Peter Piper picked his pepper. If Peter Piper picks pepper. No pun. But yeah, grape juice hurt my head. Yeah. I wanted to say a quick little tip for if you've got if you got wood, gym, and breath, if you know what I mean. You know, if you got wood, gym, and breath, use this. Always use this, bro. Like if you don't want to get caught at work, you don't want to get caught, at home, you don't want to get caught at school. I hope you get better. But yeah. I'm glad I could come up on here. Again, I thank you for being in here. I think the people that were on here, I'm proud of you. Yeah. I'm moving the hair out of my eyes for a little bit because holy shit, I cannot see right now. I need to get a haircut, but I low-key cannot get one right now because we've been so busy, bro. My mom has to work. Has to work like 3 jobs, bro. I'm tired of this, Grandpa. Well, that's too damn bad. Keep digging. But yeah. But hell yeah. I'm not sure what to do because I low-key did not plan anything after this story and after like telling about like what happened with my day and like a couple of other things. But yeah. So, Peyton! It's been like I don't know. It's been a week for me since I went you know, I've been busy, Peyton. It's been so long since I've seen you. Yeah, it has. It really has. The reason why I've been gone was because I had to clean up this room. I had to clean up the other room. I had to help out with cows. Um, trying to think. Trying to think of like what happened. I'm trying to think of like why I've been so busy. Other than me like cleaning. Oh yeah, I forgot. I didn't get in trouble. Okay, we're all good. I can't stay long, but I'll join later if I can. I don't know. I'm actually not going to stay on here that long because it's actually going to be about like I will go either tomorrow or the day after. I said maybe tomorrow. So like if you do not get a notification, do not stay up, okay? Do not stay up late cuz it's only because I've been on here for the past hour and 5 minutes and it's 10:55 and I'm planning to only do up to an hour and 10-minute streams now. Hey Ari. So yeah. I stay up late, but, like, I don't wanna be on here because I also wanna have time for my friends. That way, because, I don't know. I don't know. It's some, it's some actually, pretty, devastating, sad actual shit. So, yeah, that's why I can't say here, um, why I'm staying up. So, ready to dye my hair tomorrow. Hey, the shit I stay up late thinking about will get me in a high security prison for real. Black/orange, bro. Dude, that is actually goaded. I actually hope it turns out really well. I'm hoping soon I'm gonna dye my hair red. I'm not sure about it being black though, so yeah. Other than that, yo. Other than that, here in like a little bit, I'm going to go up. Um, I'm only going to be on live here for about an hour to an hour and 30 minutes. Well, actually, no, an hour and 10 minutes to an hour and 30 minutes is what I said. An hour and 10 minutes to an hour and 30 minutes. Spooky, spooky. Oh my. Not that pedophile, bro. I know they are a pedophile because they've had actual accusations come out to be true. Oh my gosh, what is her name again? Like, fuck. Um, oh my gosh. Art, it's been so fucking long, dude. Yeah. You get my reference? Yes, yes, I fucking do. I can't remember their name, bro, but they're the one that they're that one, like, no offense, but like even I have a small little problem with, like, even I have a little small problem, but like I don't care that they do it. But like I think the worst part that came out about them is that they were pedophile. But um they used to like they would stomp on the floor and they would go, "I'm glad you asked." I'm like, oh my god, bro, the fuck are we doing, bro? Omnix, you have not been here in a minute, okay? So this is a new person to you. This is Ari. But yeah. What? Wait, what? Hey, what? Yeah. My name is none of your business. Yeah. I'm high. Yep. What's good? Hi, Ari. Yeah. But yeah, I think they became a pedophile. Out. I think I'm being very gay. That's good. That's good. Oh shit, Reddit. I'm gonna fucking cry. I'm so fucking happy right now. You're gonna be good. I'm gonna start coming prepared for like um sleepovers with chargers because I got like I think I've got a little bit less than 15 charging blocks, but I've definitely got quite a few. So, and I got quite a few Type C chargers and a few rare. ones that don't really charge don't really charge something normal. That's for sure. The hell is wait, why do I have these two wait, what? Hold on. Well, I got two of them cords now. Hold up, y'all. Wait, is this my... Oh, bet. Where's my... Okay, here it is. Here's my personal charger. I know, we for real gonna be best friends, mate. Yo, Brad. Yo. Brad, fucking Hunter's online on Roblox. Let's go. I'm glad, actually, because you haven't seen him in a while. I remember that. You said it had been like months or it had been like years since you've seen him. I remember that much. Guys, I'm literally prepared for literal sleepovers. I want to charge my computer. Okay, bet. I got the computer charger right here connected to this power strip right here. Which also has my personal charger, which will charge my phone and also my earbuds and also my thing. And then I've also got a charger right here that doesn't charge my phone or anything. It's not even a type C. It's not even a type C. I'm a male and bisexual. Yeah. And I am omni romantic and gender fluid. Yes. He read, should I torture him? He will probably end up kidnapping me though. Yeah. Definitely. No, I'm just kidding. You shouldn't do that. Don't go missing. That would be horrible. We would miss you. I think that this is overheating, so we're gonna let that we're gonna let this not overheat. Seems like the charging blocks aren't overheating. Wait, let me test something out. I'm gonna end up just moving this up to here. If I got kidnapped, I would want anyone to miss me, and I would not miss jack shit. Well, you gotta miss jack shit because jack shit's my best friend, bro. Like, yo, jack shit, come in here. No, but people wouldn't notice me gone anyway. I've been noticed you gone for like the last month. The only reason why I didn't say nothing is because like I genuinely just don't want to seem like a dick, you know. Generally don't want to seem like a dick, you know. Being like, oh, Ominous hasn't been here in a minute. I think that they should get back here because even though they're my favorite person, I don't think that they uh can take a break, blah 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 blah. You know. Don't worry, I don't care about anyone anymore. Yay, you don't care about me. I'm playing. Hey Red, I know I've been going through it, man. Yeah. Oh fuck no. Oh fuck no, if I go missing, just know it's Hunter, William, or Luke kidnapping me. And plus Hunter lives in fucking Texas. Luke lives in fucking California, and William lives in fucking Texas too. Okay. I care about you, Ty. I appreciate you, bro. I know you're joking, bro. Even if you were, I wouldn't really care because, like, Because I got like a billion other people that care, you know? I got a billion other people, you know? Oh, you a soft. You a soft spot. Yeah. That is so weird. It's like this heats up whenever it's on the end of the power strip, but whenever I put it like close to like the middle, it's like cooled down. This is what happens if I move this to the end here, of course. Um, push this up to up here. Boom. I'll unplug this for a second. Just hard dealing with life anymore because I get lost one of my most important family members a few weeks ago. So yeah, don't ask if I'm okay. I'm sick of people being worried of me. Trust me, I get that. I would say something about that, but like generally, genuinely, I have something going on right now that is not um something I want to talk about. I can, but it's just like it's hard for me to. But other than that, the person I'm worried about, I hope he's doing okay. Um, he's trying to do he's trying to do right, but um, he's a he's in rehab right now. He's at a rehab center because he relapsed on something. That's all y'all need to know. But I'm back. I I got a shower. I'm back. I got a shower. I'm stressed so much over homework. Okay, there we go. I'm pissed off of because I'm sick of people asking if I'm okay because I have mental issues and I'm like fuck off because I don't need help. I swear to God. Yeah, I'll tell you. I used to be like that too last year for I guess 6 months of the year. But yeah. Anyway, anywho, we're gonna have a fun time. We're gonna be great. We're gonna do whatever we can, okay? Y'all gotta keep it pushing every single day, you know. There may be obstacles, there may be challenges in your life, but just like what Fulcrum said is like, keep it pushing every single day because that's all you can do. Do your best. You're not perfect. Just do your best. It's like a picture, You're not gonna be, it's not gonna be perfect, you know the first time that you do something with that part in your life, it's not going to be the best thing, but it's still going to but at least you're trying to get it finished. Don't rush it, but take your time, work it through even if it's not the perfect thing. You still got to understand that, you've got a lot, you know. There's a lot going on. Trust me, I get that. But you got to keep it pushing every single day. Do you think I really want to go to 7th grade tomorrow till 11:30, having to get up at 6:45 in the morning? No. I really don't think you want to. Like trust me. Like trust me. I get it. Who think I'm a freak because I'm obsessed with crows, especially they bully me because I'm obsessed with crows because they're called murderers. Okay. Just because you're um just because you're obsessed with crows, doesn't mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna bully you because you're a fan of crows. Like I really think that crows are awesome, bro. Like I used to this channel when I first started up was literally called Night Crow. Was literally called Night Crow, by the way. When I first started making vlogs and stuff, I literally went by Night Crow. And then I have another channel that I changed to Night Crow. Um, but it's more for like stories and stuff. It's a It's more of a scrapped project, YouTube channel, but I might make that into something in the future, and you might get to see something with it. But right now, who don't love crow? No, and going to sleep around like 3, I never can't fall asleep. I understand. Like, trust me, I don't think, like, going to school is a good thing, bro. Like, I don't like school. I mean, why do you think I'm homeschooled right now? Who don't love crows? I love crows. That's one of my favorite birds. Exactly. Twilight Furrow should just end it at this point. Nah, cuz. I'm telling you, bro. I get it, pain and shit, but like you really want to put, all your friends and family through that too. I mean, like the only reason why I haven't ended it is because, I didn't want to put them through pain. And I understand like pain on yourself. But even at the worst points in my life, even thinking about it, even trying to end it, I still was like, I can't put my mom through this. I can't put my dad through this. I can't put my little brother through this. My little brother, he's only 5 years old, bro. And at the time last year, he was 4, bro. Like, I can't, I couldn't do that shit, bro. You know, makes life so much harder, and even your death is gonna make something hard because we don't even know where we're gonna go in the afterlife. If you think you know where we're gonna go, you know what? I respect that. I'm not gonna tell you no, because like I genuinely don't know. I'm agnostic. I don't fucking know what I'm gonna do. Like if I die, I don't know what's gonna happen. For all I know, I could end up where I want to be in the afterlife, or I could end up in hell. I could end up in like some sort of like weird isekai. I could end up, you know, no, I'll miss my new bestiary. I am a I know a twin. I hate school. I barely even passed math in 6th grade. For real. We have a gay pact. I've attempted multiple times. I get where you're coming from. I've attempted more than 10 times for real. That's me too. I don't tell no one but is your Bella or anything. Yeah. But is your Bella. eh, I don't tell no one but is your Bella everything. Man, if I die, I don't want anyone to give two shits about me, bro. I've always said that. I've always said, like, if you come to my funeral, you're not allowed to cry unless you want to get body slammed by security. Unless you want to get fucking shot, bro. It was a joke, by the way. The shot was a joke, but unless you want to be tackled, thrown outside, can never get back in just for crying, bro. You're not allowed to be at my funeral. You know, I want everyone to move on. That's exactly what I would say. But even then again, what you want is not what everyone wants. Like for me, I want you to be alive and healthy. But I understand that that's not what everyone has in life. Not everyone's lucky. Genuinely, I wish I could just like help people and like try, but I know I can't help people. I'm just a one-man person. I don't got no like, I don't got no like, I don't got my own like suicide hot prevention line or anything. Because I have mental issues. Just because you have mental issues doesn't mean that people are genuinely worried about you, bro. You know, people are worried about other people for a variety of reasons. I'm worried about my dad. I'm worried about my best friends. I'm worried about um, some of the people that I had to let go of because, well, generally they were not good people, but they have like, man, fuck those hotlines, bro. Bro, man, fuck those hotlines is absolutely insane, though. Yeah. Um, At this point, I question if we even exist. We do. Because if we didn't exist, like, if we didn't exist, if this was, and by the way, if this was a dream, that'd be just weird. The whole line hung up on my best friend, so fuck them numbers, for real. We could just be anomalies. Could. But I don't believe that because, well, I'm in control of my body for the most part, you know? If I felt like there's like a glitch, if I felt like there's a way to like, wake up or something, I'd be like, you know what? That makes sense. But, we're SCPs. Yo, another absolute ball knowledge, bro. I miss when like SCP was also like fucking, unique and like just like less known about. We got to keep artists and things niche so that way when we slowly build up to that point, creativity will be for us, and everybody else who's just like, oh my gosh, just so creative, like we're so cool, but like they're actually not. They're just being sexual because people like Ice Spice, influencing lives like without creativity, just straight up making music because it's just it's just their shit, basically. Whatever. Good night, sis. We love you. Y'all say goodnight to my sister, by the way. She's final. She's vinyl etch. This could all be a simulation. Like fuck me to it. Bro, why would I do that? Love you, sis. Yeah. Say goodnight to my sister, guys. She's awesome, by the way. Like, so people are annoying as fuck these days. For real. If I had to go back to school at that point, though, twin, you like 60 years. I love whenever people are like, I love whenever people call me old as well, bro. That shit's funny, bro. Twin, you like 60 years older than me. Yeah, your point. All right. It is officially almost 1 hour and 30 minutes. I got like 1 minute left. I wanted to say I love y'all. I'm probably gonna stream tomorrow, most likely. But if y'all don't get a notification, like or like if it's 11:19 p.m. for me, so twin, you ain't leaving shit. Nah, you ain't leaving. I'ma find you. All right, but anyways, I love y'all. Y'all are awesome. I gotta go. But it was awesome. I'm probably gonna stream tomorrow. I may do it a little bit longer, but other than that, like I'm gonna start doing 1 hour 30-minute streams only. Like 1 hour 10 minutes to 1 hour 30 minutes streams because really I really need to focus. Like I really need to schedule this shit. Um, start planning ahead of time, like what days I can and what days I can't, and then start planning what I'm gonna do. But anyways, if I can still talk later, Discord is that okay? Yeah, of course. And Ari, if you also want to text me here on YouTube, you can, bro. You also read, can we make a GC, me, you, and Brett on the YT messages? Yeah, sure, of course. If I can even do that. But yeah, I can do that. Yeah. Um, and if you wanna text me while also, like, you know, Almanix texts me or, calls me, whatever. Either way, yeah. But anyways, Imma go. Thank you, Nyla. Let me see here. Who was all in here? Nyla, Annalie, Zoe, Almanix, Almanix. Then we had Sophia, um, Ari, and my sister, basically. Here. All right. See ya. Nothing. I was just saying thank y'all for coming in here. Yeah, those people were in chat. Just wanted to say thank them, you know, in case they watch it later or something. No, Red, don't go. I'm sorry, but I also gotta be here for, my friends and stuff. But Sophie, if you also want to add me onto the YouTube thing, you can. Um, but that's all I will give you. I'm not gonna like give you any more information because I want to keep you. I want to make sure you're protected, but I also want to make sure that I'm also protected. So yeah. All right, I'm gonna make a vid for. Okay. All right. Peace. Bye. Right out.